The Exonerated, a poignant theatrical production, penned and helmed by American playwrights Erik Jensen and Jessica Blank at its debut, delves into the gripping narratives of 6 individuals wrongly condemned to death. Initially unveiled in 2002, it sheds light on the harrowing experiences of these Americans who collectively endured over a century of wrongful imprisonment before their eventual exoneration. Drawing from extensive interviews with the real-life counterparts of its characters, the play serves as a stark indictment of the systemic flaws prevalent within the American judicial framework, portraying the frequent missteps that lead to the egregious miscarriage of justice. Through its narrative, The Exonerated not only underscores the gravity of such miscarriages, but also humanizes the plight of those ensnared within its unforgiving grasp. Amidst the bleakness of their circumstances, the characters find moments of levity and beauty, offering a nuanced portrayal of resilience in the face of adversity. Stripping away the trappings of theatrical extravagance, the production unfolds on a bare stage, with characters clad in everyday attire. There are no breaks in the action as the actors, seated on modest chairs, seamlessly transition between scenes. Delbert, one of the wrongfully convicted, sets the tone with an opening admonition against seeking rational explanations for life's twists and turns. As each character introduces themselves, their stories paint a grim tableau of injustice. Gary, falsely accused of patricide; Robert, framed for the rape and murder of a white girl by corrupt law enforcement; Carrie, ensnared by scant forensic evidence in a racially charged case; David, coerced into a false confession after being racially profiled; Sonny, wrongly implicated in a double homicide; and Delbert, another victim of racial profiling. In its exploration of these lives shattered by wrongful convictions, The Exonerated emerges as a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit amidst the darkest of circumstances, while also serving as a stark reminder of the urgent need for reform within the American justice system. Throughout the play, each character recounts the events leading to their arrest or conviction. These wrongful convictions follow a distressingly familiar pattern, characterized by racial bias and prejudicial assumptions that permeate American society. For instance, Delbert's arrest, prosecution, and trial were orchestrated by predominantly white figures, despite his willingness to cooperate. Carrie faced profiling based on misogynistic stereotypes, exploited by prosecutors who played into homophobia to bolster their case. Sonny condemns the suppression of exonerating evidence by prosecutors driven by a desire for swift victory. David, interrogated without access to legal counsel and unaware of the accusations against him, succumbed to psychological duress and falsely confessed to murder. Each of the wrongly convicted characters reflects on their reaction upon receiving the death sentence, grappling with shock and despair at the prospect of being legally executed for crimes they did not commit. The certainty of their impending deaths, once abstract, becomes starkly real. Delbert draws a haunting parallel between the electric chair and his past work in a university lab, where similar electrodes probed his dreams, underscoring the surreal nature of their fate. While incarcerated, the other wrongly convicted individuals developed unique coping mechanisms in anticipation of their impending executions. David draws parallels between his solitary confinement and the quest for an elusive deity. Carrie reflects on the precariousness of human existence, particularly as he witnesses the deaths of fellow inmates on death row. Gary, devoid of the protection of a gang, embraces his vulnerability and learns the art of sewing with a smuggled needle. Their time behind bars is marked by immense suffering. Despite being housed in different facilities, many of the wrongfully accused face abuse at the hands of their guards. Carrie, misrepresented as gay during his trial, endures repeated sexual assault and attempts suicide. Robert is subjected to relentless harassment by his guards, leading him to plead for intervention from the judge. On average, the prisoners endure 20 years of wrongful incarceration before their eventual release, facilitated by factors such as DNA evidence exonerating Carrie or a sudden confession from the true perpetrator, clearing Gary's name. In the play's culmination, Delbert reiterates his warning about the whims of fate, echoing his cautionary speech from the opening scene. The 6 wrongly convicted individuals lament the senseless and brutal destruction of their former lives. However, They emerge not embittered or resigned, but as resilient survivors and staunch advocates for reforming the justice system. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.